Hello and welcome to the Tea Party Hardy channel for the review of the 2020 Christmas release of My Dad's Christmas Date. It is a Jeremy Piven led feature, who's an American, but the movie takes place in jolly old England. And I think it was designed for theatrical release because most of the cinematography looks like it was done for theatrical release. There's a few shots that you can tell are low budget, but most of them you can't. I mean, like even the one that we're showing right now, it's very pretty. The best shots are the ones that are done in the dim lighting. When they film it in the bright lighting is when it looks really cheap and cheesy. But in the dim lighting like this, wow, it looks very theatrical. It looks very good. Okay, so I am not a fan of Jeremy Piven and have not been since the 1980s when he was in a bunch of John Cusack movies. However, I love Christmas movies, so I'm like, I'll give it a shot because I give all Christmas movies a shot unless they start cussing. Well, once they start cussing, you better be really good to keep me around. And there's a bunch of foreign films that are Christmas movies where they do cussing and lots of adult naughty stuff, but they're really good. So, but that's a different story. I would love to do reviews of those, but I can't imagine people coming by to see the reviews for them. Too bad, they're great movies. Anyways, we move on to this one. The reason I used this screenshot is because this actress over here plays the daughter who, her mother died in a car crash 2 years prior. Spoiler. And so she's trying to hook her dad up to make him feel a little bit better, but not in the trope cliched way, more in the sense of get him distracted so she can lead her life. At least that's the angle that they seem to do it. But the reason I pulled this screenshot is because of this actress. As far as I could find out on IMDb, this is only her fourth film, and her, like the rest of the supporting cast, the acting is really, really brilliant. And this girl, her character and her persona, you really want a lot more of her. And that's kind of true of a lot of the other ones. Like Jeremy Piven has a friend girl, not a girlfriend, and she's wonderful too. And it was like everybody just really hits massive home runs on the acting. There is no bad acting in this film. The worst acting in this movie is really good acting, and that comes from her boyfriend Ben. And he has the stereotypical just goofy guy that doesn't really say much. So yeah, I don't blame that on him at all. They make all the guys do it in the movies. If you think back to Uncle Buck with the boyfriend and that, with the guy that looked like John Cougar, yeah, etc. But this actress, I hope she does many more wonderful new things going forward. She's a treat to watch. And the only reason I'm highlighting her so much is because she's a newcomer, where everybody else is, they're pretty well established and doing okay. Now, what about the movie? I liked it. I did. There's certain things that I really didn't like about the movie based on not the movie itself. It's just, I like the concept of movies being, particularly Christmas movies, to be fake in the sense that I want them to be uplifting and to make me feel good so that I can have the escapism. And there is a character in this movie who decides that they want to get a divorce simply because they're bored. There was no cheating, there was no bad anything, but, the spark's gone. And if that's not depressing, I don't know what is. When you do the vows for marriage, and it's love, honor, cherish, till death do you part, there's nowhere in there where it says, except in Flash Gordon, where it's like, do you promise to take her and keep her for the hour? Yeah, that's most people. It's like, I'm bored, Clytus. What am I going to do? Bring me a plaything. And too many people, so many people. There are people, let's do it that way. There are people who go into marriage for reasons I don't understand. And if you want to get out of it just because you're bored, guys, seriously, there's children involved in this case in the movie. That's not uplifting. That doesn't make you feel good. That just makes you feel like you're totally screwed. Because just because the other person gets bored, and instead of wanting to press on and, just do what you promised and raise your family and be a decent human being, no, it's all about me and I want to make me feel good. I don't want to see that in a Christmas movie. It's just, no. Put that in your regular romance movies. don't put it in the Christmas movies where we're trying to be uplifted and escapism. Now, the way the movie swings, it does go between. It's very British in that sense, and I like that because I like British movies, where it goes from. It's got the happy, sad, and it flows very nicely. Have no complaints about that, with the exception that I just mentioned. And the resolution is a little bit cliched, but would you expect something different? Again, I don't want different at my Christmas movies. I don't want my vanilla ice cream to taste like chocolate ice cream. I don't want my chocolate ice cream to taste like banana ice cream. I wanted this dessert because I like that sweet. So, I did enjoy the movie. I thought the cinematography, 80% of it was really, really good. 20% of it was a little cheesy. I'm trying to make sure I don't get this movie confused with the other Christmas movie. No, it was this one. There is some stuff at the beginning in the directorial style that it goes away, thank God, because it's like, wow, is it gonna be that cheesy? And it's only in the first 15-20 minutes. But is it worth a watch? Yeah. So if you're new to my review system, 4 stars means it's awesome. 3.5 stars means it's good but forgettable. And anything below 3.5 means it's got problems, and if it's below a 3, then it sucks to different degrees. You got to work really hard in my scale of how much I love Christmas movies to get below a 3.2. I mean, you really do, because it's got to be bad. And this one, I'm going to put it a 3.7, which means it's good, it's memorable. It's definitely memorable. Jeremy Piven, who I can't stand as an actor and a human being, is really good in this movie, and his character is extremely memorable, and especially his friend girl. And again, this young actress here is really good too. I'm not picking on her. She does great, but she was expected to do great. She's the other lead. So yeah, it's definitely a 3.7. It's not good enough to be a 3.8, and partly for that reason that the other characters in there. But it wouldn't have done it anyways, even beyond that. But it's definitely good, and it's definitely memorable. It's certainly worth a watch, and there's no cuss words or anything like that. The worst you're going to find is a person that wants to get divorced for no particular reason other than they were bored. And that's the worst I got to say about that. So, if you do get a chance to see it and you like Christmas movies, and you're okay with people driving on the wrong side of the street, this might be the movie for you. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the future.